Did you see some of Leon's coach on the MMA Hour? Oh, dude.
Come on, son. Come on, Rocky. Don't let him bully you, son.
So it was actually really good. I love that guy. I think he's just one of the most real dudes in the game. Like you could just tell how much he loves Leon, like almost like a father figure more so than a coach.
Yeah.
And even just from the last fight and like the head kick fight, him just how proud he was, and those clips. I mean, that's all him in the corner. And listening to him on the MMA Hour this week, he had some pretty interesting things that he said to Ariel about when Ariel asked him about Belal and Belal getting the next shot and Colby, because he doesn't want Colby to get it either. And I mean, there's so much being talked about with that. But he said something pretty interesting about the Belal Muhammad and Leon fight ending in a no contest with an eye poke. And it was the first time, and this is a guy who I haven't heard a bad word out of this guy's mouth ever.
Right.
His name is Dave. I'm blanking on his last name right now. But he said that eye poke was 100% Leon's nail cutting right under his eyeball and blood coming from his eye, and it really never went in the eyeball. He was saying that if it was the worst eye poke in UFC history, like everybody's making it out to be, why didn't he go to the hospital right afterwards? And why wasn't there any like actual eye damage? And I never heard it like said this way, but he was like, that 100% should have been a TKO. Like it shouldn't even have been a no contest.
Well,
and if that's true though, that's pretty wild. I'm just saying, like, that is because Belal he said he was rolling on the ground crying, everything, like. And he said, I'm sure it was traumatic. I'm sure it was painful, but it really wasn't an eye poke.
I'm going to do something unprecedented and defend Belal Muhammad here. I did see him in an interview talking about that eye poke.
Yeah.
And he said that maybe 2-3, or I think the year before or whatever, a couple months before the fight, his like retina detached or something really bad happened with that eye. And so... like to the point where he thought he was going to lose the eye. And then, so that's why he reacted like that in the fight when he got poked. So it might not have been that it was that bad, but it was just enough, and the eye was already compromised that it was like, damn. So then he was crying because he thought he was going to lose his eye because he had just went through all of that.
Okay, but based on what you just said, should that be a no contest or a TKO if it didn't go in the eyeball? Just based off of rules. Like, should
it's a no contest. Like, it's nothing happened. It's a mistake, and you can't say he won because of that. It's just a no contest.
But if it's not a genuine eye poke, then
it is a genuine eye. Something hit his eye. Something happened with his eye, regardless if it was intentional or not. And it's gonna mess with the outcome of the fight. I don't think you should give him a win for that.
Dude, I was watching that fight with Emily. It was just the two of us watching that one. And as soon as he started rolling around, like screaming I'm blind and crying, I was like, my heart was just like about to beat through my chest. I was like, oh my gosh, like this is
it was scary.
It was super emotional. Like I was like, oh my goodness, because
it makes sense now that he said that. It's like he really thought he was gonna lose his eye.
Yeah, for sure.